Hello YouTube, Byron at Splitting Slices. Welcome back to the Knife and EDC channel. Today is Tuesday, November 25th, 2025, 2 days before Thanksgiving, and that means it's a 2 for Tuesday video. I'm also going to do a midweek unboxing. We're going to take a look at a knife that just came in from Austin over at Traditional Pocket Knives. Now, this is rare for me in that I don't own too many duplicate models of knives. There are only a few models that I own two of. I own two of one or two Rosecraft blades. I own one or two models of buck knives. But this is, I think, the only third brand that I own now a multiple versions of the same knife. But I wanted to check this one out because it looked darn cool, darn nice when I saw it here being released. And I quite frankly like the first one I got. It's one of my favorite pickups of 2025. And just a unique knife in that it's old becoming new again. And we'll get into it here in a minute. So let's go ahead and open up this box. I am going to use the Sugar House Knife Syndicate Jackrabbit. Now, this is one of 3 original release models that came out earlier this year. This happens to be, I think, the pinstripes carbon fiber scales with that beautiful rabbit shield on there from similar to a logo of days gone by, but hey, I like it. Looks good. This is called the Jackrabbit. It is a backlock old style folding knife, about a 3.5-inch blade, somewhere around 3.25-inch blade, pardon me, of stainless steel with a beautiful lockback finish. Makes a great EDC carry. Now, this is a bigger knife in that this could be a full-size EDC carry for many people. For me, it's a good secondary carry. I like carrying a larger modern folder. But this just brings back some of the old lock style designs, features for me, but gives it a new modern look, new modern feel, and quite frankly, with the materials they're using, a lighter knife. So, hey, I'm all willing to check new things out if I think it's going to improve an overall carry, and this definitely has been one of my favorite pickups for 2025. So let's go ahead and use this to open up this box, and we will check out what we got in from TPK. Now, I'll be honest, using that Jackrabbit knife should give you a little clue here if you are into this. Oh, hold on, I missed a couple additional tape sections. Here we go. I think I'd have that down by now, as many of these boxes as I've opened up recently. All right, so we got some paperwork in here. Here is the new knife. Want to again thank Austin, Brian, and everybody over there at TPK. Couple stickers, got a Band-Aid. Thanks for getting that out to me. We're going to go ahead and set this aside. And let's go ahead and open up this new Sugar House Knife Syndicate Jackrabbit. Now, this knife is in the new scale material of Stag. And that is why I wanted to pick this up. Now, inside the box, you will also get a Jackrabbit sticker. You will get basically a COA, and you will get an additional Band-Aid. So want to thank Finch Knives and the Sugar House Knife Syndicate for that. And you get a nice foam box insert that the knife comes in, and here we go. Now, this was one of, I think, 37 knives that TPK had available, but they are currently available at other dealers and at Finch Knife Co. www.finchknifeco.com if you are interested. Now, I don't know how many are left. At the time of filming of this, they mostly were sold, but there may be a few stragglers left, so go check them out if you're interested. But this was number 12, I believe, in that list of 37 knives. Beautiful, thick slabs of Stag. And I kind of chose this one because I thought it had a good medium color scheme to the burn or the processing on these Stag scales, but also was similar on both sides. Not, it's a natural material, so it's not going to be completely the same, but similar, and with a little extra texture. Now, what was nice that Austin did when he had these profiles out was he actually took pictures, each individual knife, 37 knives, and he actually shot this profile where you could see how thick the slabs were. So I actually picked this one because since I have bigger hands, I like more of a girthy handle to get a better grip on the knife, and this was the one that I chose. So I think it just looks spectacular. Great coloring on that. Now it's a 5-pin construction on each side, nickel silver pins, nickel silver bolsters, stainless steel liners. It's an integral faux bolster design with that back spring, lockback style construction, a fluted bolster, or one threaded on the bolster itself. Let's go ahead and open up the knife. I hope that my lighting will say it, but basically it says Sugar House Knife Syndicate on this side. On this side it says SHKS 1-1 Jackrabbit. I believe this is the first model of the first release. And 14C28N is your steel. So again, about a 3¼ inch blade length with the lock back, with a nice nail nick, more of a upswept bowie type clip shape on the blade. You do have jimping on the blade itself. So just a really nice looking knife with a little bit thicker handle this time. And I'll tell you what, boy, that sure does improve the overall grip. So if you're a guy with extra large plus style hands, you're looking for a good EDC knife that quite frankly has some girth in the handle, by gosh, this is your model right here. The Jackrabbit in the Stag handles. Now this is one of 4 different styles now for the first release of the Jackrabbit. The first 3 that came out were the blue. It was almost an acrylic swirl. It came out in the carbon fiber pinstripe suit edition, which is this one. And it also came out in a beautiful smooth red bone with that model also had the bunny shield on it. Now the blue acrylic did not have a shield on it, if I remember right. So those are the 4 models, and here are 2 of them of the Sugar House Knife Syndicate Jackrabbit. Now I'm going to go ahead and hold both of these up side by side so you can see the difference in the handle thicknesses. All right, same length handle, but look how much thicker. That, I want to say, a third thicker of the Stag handles to give you an idea of the girthiness of this handle. So it definitely gives you a full handle feel. But again, this knife is comfortable, and I like it so much after using it to cut with as well as a carry, and quite frankly to have more of an older style lockback knife. I thought these were just a spectacular release and design by Finch Knives. Now let's go ahead and do another size comparison. I'm going to set this one off to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and open up 2 of quite frankly, the most famous lockbacks that have been designed, and that, of course, is the granddaddy of them all, Buck Knives 110. So here is the 110 opened up. This was a recent version at Red Hill Cutlery when C.J. Buck visited, and he had a signature knife release. So there is the 110. I'm going to move that up a little. Here's the Jackrabbit. I'm going to go ahead and put these pivot to pivots so you can get both a blade and a handle comparison for sizes. So there is the 110 and there is the 112 Ranger in between the Jackrabbit. And if you notice, basically you've got a blade length that is just in between the 110 and the 112. And you've got a handle length just about the same length as the 112. So if you want a little bit longer handle, I would go with a 110. But if you like the handle length and shape of the 112, then I would take and consider strongly getting one of these Jackrabbit knives. So let's go ahead and we'll set this one in here. If you want a thinner carry for the pocket, a thinner handle, I would go with one of the 3 original releases. If you want a girthier, full handle feel with the knife, I would consider the Jackrabbit. Just a really good first model production release of a new brand for Finch Knife Company. So that's going to do it for me today. If you want a quick weight on this, as far as weight comparisons, the 110 runs right around 7 ounces. The Ranger, I know those run somewhere around 6 to 6.2 ounces. The Sugar House knife comes in at 4.8 ounces, I believe. Now, let me double check that. I don't want to misspeak. So here's the scale. We're going to go ahead and turn it on. And let's put these 2 Sugar House knives. Well, let's go ahead and do the bucks here, just to make sure I'm telling you the right. All right, so that Buck 110 is 7.4 ounces. I believe that has the ebony wood and a brass. The brass ebony version, 6.2 ounces on the 50th anniversary Ranger 112. Let's go ahead and do one of the original 3 releases. 4.4 ounces. So yes, 4.4, 4.5 ounces. So only 2/3 the weight of the bucks, right? And 5 ounces for that Stag. So if you are looking for an old school, old time lockback knife, looking for a medium to larger blade, something that you could almost consider a full carry, like those traditional designs, but looking for maybe something a little lighter in more modern materials, consider the Finch Knife Co. Sugar House Knife Syndicate Jackrabbit. And these knives normally retail for around $95, but one of the reasons I'm doing this video is because right now with the Black Friday sales and some of the specials going on at many of the dealers, you can find the original releases at a much lower price. And we're talking probably a price of what a Buck 112 would run you. So somewhere in the neighborhood of $60 to $70, I think you can get these Jackrabbits. So I'll let you folks take a look. Use your favorite YouTube channel discount code, and you can check those out for yourself. And that's going to do it for me today. So I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. If I don't see you before then, this is Byron from Splitting Slices saying split a slice. Hey, pizza, turkey, ice cream, pumpkin pie, it all can be split with a friend. Everybody, until my next one, please take care.